Hey guys, how's it going? So today I have some news for you regarding to Charlie Sheen. So as you guys know, Roseanne has been canceled after Roseanne Barr's racist tweet debacle that happened last week. And following that, Charlie Sheen took it upon himself to start campaigning to try and get his old show, Two and a Half Men, a reboot. So this was reported by Deadline. Charlie Sheen made a tweet and he sent it out, and this is what the tweet said. It said, "Adios, Roseanne. Good riddance. Hashtag not winning. The runway is now clear for our reboot." And it also says hashtag Charlie Harper returns, and it has a picture of a Two and a Half Men script from 2003 from the episode I Can't Afford Hyenas, signed by Charlie Sheen. So this tweet has gotten over 8,000 retweets and over 36,000 likes. It was released on May 29th, 2018 at 11:34 a.m. So, what are the chances of a Two and a Half Men reboot happening? None. There is not a chance in hell that this will happen. John Cryer actually sent out a tweet, and if you don't know who John Cryer is, John Cryer plays Alan Harper, the brother of Charlie Harper in Two and a Half Men, and he tweeted saying, "What could go wrong?" And a little bit of a sarcastic tone there. But, it seems like John Cryer would possibly entertain the idea. Charlie Sheen seems to be full on board with it. Even if ABC, for some strange, mysterious reason, was willing to bring back Two and a Half Men, I don't see how they could do it. I mean, they'd have to make it where it wasn't canon to the original show because, one, as we all know, Charlie Sheen died in the original, and then Ashton Kutcher came in and replaced him. And also, Angus T. Jones, who played Jake in Two and a Half Men, he's far too old to be playing any version of Jake. And also, Angus T. Jones is in college, and I think he's retired from acting. I believe I read an article a few years ago where he said that he had all but given up on acting, and he was going on and pursuing a college career. So Angus T. Jones, I think he's done with acting for good. And he's in college. He's moved on from the show. Plus, he said that the show was filth, and he didn't want people watching it. He encouraged people to stop watching it. So I highly doubt he'd come back. As far as the other cast members, they don't seem to be doing much. The mother of Charlie and Alan on the show, she's around still. She's doing a little bit of work. Everyone else on the show seems to be kind of just doing minor things here and there. No one's really had much of a career that was on the show following Two and a Half Men. Like, you look at the supporting cast, they haven't been doing a lot. Like, you don't hear from Conchata Ferrell or the woman that played Alan's wife or Alan's wife's step-husband. He was the real tall guy. I think his name was Herb. You don't hear much about that guy. Like, really, everybody on that show has just kind of had a very meek career following Two and a Half Men. So, it's not like that any of the people from the show were just extremely busy and they couldn't do the show. They could do the show if they were offered. It's just all up to if they would want to, and I don't know if they would or not. But John Cryer seems to at least be, entertaining the idea in a sarcastic way. Charlie Sheen seems to be all on board. But, like, for one, there's no way ABC is going to take the risk after what happened with Charlie Sheen and Chuck Lorre and ABC and his whole drug, strung out stint years ago. There's no way they're going to jump from Roseanne Barr to Charlie Sheen. I mean, that's just not going to happen. I'm sorry. I don't care how many of Charlie's fans are going to petition for this. There's just no way that it's going to happen. But, if Charlie Sheen had been in a healthy state of mind and the show ended on a different, on different terms is what I'm trying to say. If the show ended on different terms with Charlie Sheen, I would be all for Two and a Half Men reboot because I really do love Two and a Half Men. I love all of the seasons before Ashton Kutcher came on. But I love Two and a Half Men. It's one of my favorite shows. I love watching it all the time. I can watch reruns of that every day. So, I would have been in favor of a reboot, but I mean, looking at John Cryer and Charlie Sheen and everyone involved, they just look super aged. I mean, Charlie Sheen, you can definitely tell that the wear and tear of the past few years have really shown visibly. And John Cryer, he's just, naturally aged. He's bald now. He looks quite older. I think he has glasses now, too. Angus T. Jones, he looks very older from the show, even from from the later seasons. So, I just don't even see how they could even make a reboot. It'd just have to be a reboot of like Charlie and Alan without Jake, because I don't think Angus T. Jones would come back no matter what happened. I mean, even if he was a few years younger and not in college, I don't think Angus T. Jones would come back at all. And I don't think that Chuck Lorre would be willing to work with Charlie Sheen again. I mean, they tried to have a little agreement for the finale, but they couldn't come to an agreement. And, Charlie Sheen actually pitched a few years ago a prequel to Two and a Half Men centered around Charlie and Alan, but I guess the talks fell through and it never happened, and it probably wouldn't have happened either way. So Charlie has been trying to get some variation of a Two and a Half Men reboot going for years now, and it's just not happened. And I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. So, yeah, that was my little story on Two and a Half Men. I just happened to see that online, and I thought it was interesting that Charlie Sheen still thinks that after everything that happened with him and Two and a Half Men and Chuck Lorre and his personal life, that ABC would want to jump from going from Roseanne Barr with her whole debacle to going to Charlie Sheen, which is not that much better in retrospect. So, yeah. So, I think that's it for me. And with that said, I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.